Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and filmed another workout for you guys. And today we did do some of Brittany's deadlifting on camera. We've been slowly working on her technique. It's getting better, and we mostly just filmed my workout and then Brittany's deadlifts, and we're working on some other stuff for her because she really just needs more leg work at this point. So we're doing a lot of that separately to get it to where she can finally squat. She's had a lot of hip problems, and we're working on that. But here's her doing some deadlifting. And yeah, her technique is slowly getting better. She's taking a minute to get set up here. We've had to just completely change the way that she deadlifts, because originally she was trying to use my deadlift technique for quite a while, and actually she did get to 200 pounds on that before she had changed kind of her work schedule around and was on her feet a lot and detrained a bit. But she was just really finding it difficult, and even people are noticing on camera it's just not the right technique for her. So now we're adjusting her technique a bit to where she does more of a head up position, torso more upright, and again, slightly wider grip, just things to accommodate her longer legs, because Brittany has really long legs. Obviously, I mean, she's 5'7", and as a girl that's relatively tall, and it's all due to her legs. So getting the right leverages can be a little bit difficult, and we're slowly working on it. And so she's just doing a lot more technique work several days a week. We're not going that heavy. We want to get this technique down good, and then she'll start working on building strength again. Today I went ahead and did 5x5 on push presses again, and they started to get really fatiguing, and I wasn't surprised that this happened, because the scale is starting to go down on me a bit again. I tend to stall for a little while, then swoosh back up, and then the scale swooshes down. And normally the one workout a week that I film, just to make sure I get a good workout, I eat a lot more carbs the night before. I carb backload, and so usually the scale goes up. Well, today I was down 2 to 3 pounds lighter than my last heavy workout, the one I filmed last week. In spite of carbing up, in spite of eating a massive amount of clean bro carbs last night to carb load, the scale didn't go up from my carb loading. And as most of you know, when you're cutting, when you carb load and you don't gain weight on almost a refeed, you know that you're about to swoosh. So I suspect by the end of this week, I'm going to see a low again. I'm probably going to be another pound or two down, come Thursday, Friday, Saturday, something like that, especially if I keep my cardio up. So it's no surprise the workout felt a little harder. It was tougher today. And my first set of push press was okay. It felt a little awkward. The second set felt good. It was like, man, I should have really put 10 more pounds on the bar. But as you guys will notice with each set, I get to that fourth set, it's starting to get slow. I get to that fifth set, and I'm grinding. That fifth set, I am grinding. And you know what? Again, that happens when you're cutting. But the thing is, you guys noticed last week I was up. In spite of being down over 20 pounds, I'm actually increased my workloads. I've been coming in, I've been push pressing, I've been doing 5x5 now instead of 3x5 with the same weight. Like this set here, look at that. That was just easy. That was so easy that it's like, it looked like I could have done 2 or 3 more reps. I just felt like I didn't even do a set. It was just like, who cares? But that died real fast, didn't it? Because you guys will see on that fifth set, I'm actually working pretty hard by that fifth set. I'm grinding, and it is what it is. And you guys will notice when I get to my deadlift, I decided to try to replicate last week's deadlift, and I hit a true 5-rep max. I had to grind. Now, here's the thing, guys. You guys know what I say about grinding. Grinding needs to be done infrequently. I'm cutting right now. So the fact that I had to grind on my deadlift coming up, what does that tell you? That means I better not deadlift for a week. So it's going to be at least 7 days before I touch a deadlift again. But that's okay, because I need to work more on my front squat, right? Some people are asking, why are you so weak on your front squat? Well, because my quads haven't got any growth. I've done 0 quad work for over a year. So you guys remember I was squatting over 500 raw on the back squat on camera a couple years back, 2.5 years ago, right? Well, I haven't been squatting. Quads have atrophied. And while I'm cutting and doing all this cardio, they may not grow very much, and I've got to accept that. So I'm going to come back in, work on the front squat. When I finish this cut, though, if I've got the motor patterns down on the front squat, what's going to happen? Quads are going to grow. Front squat's going to go up. I'll be hitting 350, 375, probably pretty quick on the front squat if I get the technique down. Oh, you guys will notice I'm having to drop the bar. This particular gym got a couple of new bars. They got some fantastic bars rated for like 2,000 pounds, but they have roller bearings in them. And when I go to drop the bar down, because I'm overhead pressing, when I go to drop it down to my waist, the bar rolls. It spins. And so I'm struggling with dropping it straight down, so I'm having to just drop it and get out of the way so it doesn't hit my shins. Normally, you guys notice I set the bar down. I just can't do that with these new bars, but I love them. They're stiff bars, though. They're not deadlift bars, so it makes the deadlift a hair harder. But that's okay. It's making me work harder, and I like that. Just like I deadlift in boots. I train in boots to make it harder. Train beltless to make it harder. You know, this isn't competition time. I'm in the gym to build strength, not demonstrate it. So just like now, I'm doing 5x5 on my clean and push press. It's not my max. I mean, let's be honest here. If I can lift a weight 25 times in a workout, that's not my max, not even close to my max. But I'm building strength, and I'm building my shoulder girdle, and it's building my triceps. Some people are noticing your triceps look bigger. What are you doing for your triceps? You guys see what I'm doing for my triceps. I'm not doing anything else. I do a shitload of push presses. I've occasionally, and by occasionally meaning I've done it 3 times. I've done some floor press in the last couple months. I've done it like 3 times. So I guess that counts, right? I don't think those floor presses done 3 times in the last 2 months, 3 sets, 4 sets. Pretty sure that's not what's causing it. Push presses, high volumes of push presses with moderately heavy weight. Yeah, my triceps have improved. Now part of it's because I'm losing weight. Losing weight will make your arms look bigger too, won't it? Now here I go with my heavy set of deadlifts. This is 515. You know, I pulled this last week and left one in the tank. And I got over here and I decided, you know what, I'm not deadlifting for a week. I pulled this for 5 last week. I'm pulling it for 5 again today. I don't care what it takes. I don't recommend under normal circumstances that you grind on deadlifts, but I've realized, you know what? I'm not going to deadlift again for a week. I'm not going to deadlift again until I'm on a camera. I'm going to be working on front squats this week. So does it matter? Yeah, those first 3 looked easy. First 3 looked easy. They were easy. That one was hard. See that? I had to grind. Then I had to dig in as I'm like, you know what? I'm getting this 5th rep no matter what. Look how slow that is. Red light right there. So people need to remember that. If you say that you deadlifted something and you do what I just did on that 5th rep, you're full of shit. You didn't deadlift shit. That's called a failed rep. Now, I'm going to call it 5 reps just because of my ego, my pride. But was it really 5 reps? No. People are like, but you locked it. Locking it doesn't mean shit if you didn't lock it clean. It doesn't mean anything. Check your ego at the door. That was 4 reps. We want to call it 4.5, 4 3/4. We could, but that's like that guy who says, you know, I'm 5'7"3/4. Like, bitch, you're 5'7". So, here we go, doing some rows afterwards. Why? Because I'm going to do rows for the bros. People are like, wait a minute, isn't it rows for the hoes? You ever had a girl walk up and talk to you because you got a wide back? Seriously, when's the last time that's ever happened? Maybe your chest. Maybe. Maybe you got wide shoulders. No girls ever talk to you because you got a wide back. You do rows. Rows are for the bros. You get a wide back, bros are going to walk up to you and they're going to say, hey, bro, what protein powder and creatine do you use? Rows for the bros, man. That's what they are. Or to improve your deadlift and your bench press. Good accessory exercise. Then I decided to do some crunches here for you guys, and I did some real high rep crunches. Again, why standing crunches? Because I need my core stronger when I'm standing. I'm doing a lot of push pressing, a lot of deadlifting, front squats. I feel like I could use a little more core strength. I could use a little more core development. I need my core to be strong when I'm standing on my feet, not when I'm laying on my back. Not when I'm laying on my back. So standing core work. And yeah, I'm doing 30 plus reps here, and that's okay. Building that stamina. Building that stamina in my core. You know, you might need that for a long walk out on a squat. You might need that if you're standing there for a while doing a 5 rep set with pauses on your push presses. You might need that if you're going to do some rest pause deadlifts. You know, it's all good. Still building some hypertrophy in your core. And then, you know what, I'll just throw this deadlift set in back in one more time so that you guys can see that, so we can watch that again. Get that deadlift in, because that's what counts. That's the real shit right there. That's the real shit, me grinding out a deadlift, doing my 4.5 reps. 4.5 reps, that's what it is. You know, just like you see other YouTubers are trying to do a lift and they called it, they got it. No, they didn't. Just like I didn't get 5 reps here just because I locked it. That shit doesn't count. Did I really get bigger or stronger from that 5th rep grinding it out using shitty technique, shaking on the way up? Did that really make me stronger? No, that was my ego. That's all that was. That's all that was my ego using shitty form because I didn't want to miss that 5th rep. Boo-hoo-hoo. You know what? You need to learn to fuck your pride. Say fuck you to your pride. All right, that shit'll get you hurt. And in retrospect, you know, I don't need to be doing shit like that. I'm too old to do that shit. So I'm going to try not to do that again on camera, and I'll talk to you guys next time.